Today we're talking about the newest Netflix drama, Firefly Lane. So let's get started. Welcome back, movie watchers. Thank you guys for stopping by my channel. If this is the first time you are on my channel, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and click that bell notification for more up-and-coming videos. Tully and Kate meet as young girls on Firefly Lane and become inseparable friends throughout 30 years of ups and downs. This is a new drama series starring Katherine Heigl and Chalke. This is a 10-episode series and each episode is almost an hour long. So if Netflix's goal was for me to get attached to the characters, attached to the story, and attached to their friendships, they definitely did that right. This is a soapy drama series that spans over 3 decades, from when the girls were friends when they were in middle school in the 80s, and the last part of the series being in 2003. From the 3 decades that they are friends, they cover everything from new jobs, friendships, relationships, being part of a family, ups and downs to their friendship. It covers a lot of it. I really did enjoy Firefly Lane. I think mostly because I sat and just binged 10 episodes of this series, and I got so used to seeing these characters on screen and their relationship over the 3 decades that I was fully invested and all in with everything that was going on. Is it the best series ever made? No, but I did enjoy watching the 2 characters grow throughout the 3 decades and their relationship grow as well. Chalke and Katherine Heigl have really good chemistry in here. You could tell that they are really good friends in this series. Sometimes they do things that are questionable to each other, but it paints it as a realistic friendship. Tully and Kate meet when they are younger. Tully's mother is not the best mother. She does drugs, she's neglectful, and Tully immediately is drawn to Kate and her family. Then we get them in the 80s when Tully is starting to become a reporter and Kate is working as a producer, and we are introduced to people that are important to both Kate and Tully later on in the series, like Johnny, who ends up marrying Kate. And the furthest part we do get in the series is 2003. The show bounces so much between these 3 different parts in their life. When they first met in the 80s and then in 2003. I didn't mind seeing so much of these 3 different time periods because you really got a sense of who these characters are. You really got to watch them grow and watch their friendship blossom as well. My problem with that is that it bounces between these 3 time periods so much. It is constantly moving from back and forth, and you can easily tell which time period is which based on the hairstyle and the way that it looks. There's no problem with figuring out what time period you're in. But my problem with it is that I'm emotionally invested in certain parts of this series and certain time periods. And there's certain scenes that I'm really engaged with, and then it immediately bounces back to when they were younger and spends a couple minutes there. And then it bounces back to the 80s and spends a couple minutes there. And then it goes to 2003 and then back here and back there. It's all over the place. Like I said, I don't mind that so much because I get to know them and get to understanding of certain situations and them remembering the past. But it really takes you out of certain moments because certain moments are really powerful for these characters and you're watching them grow, but then it takes it away really quick and goes back to a previous scene that may or may not have to do with the scene that was previously. So sometimes it connects it, like its themes and its morals, and sometimes it's just random scenes that are there, and then you bounce back to that scene that you were watching. You have to remember what was going on, and then it goes to another scene, and then just it's all over the place. The structure of this show I did like, but I think they could have slowed down on cutscenes to different parts of their life and really stretch out certain scenes to get the full effect, because there is some emotional moments for these characters. They go through a lot in here with relationships and marriage and divorce. There's a lot of it going on in here, and you get a lot within just 10 episodes. but the way that they bounce back and forth, it kind of rips certain moments away from you that you may not be fully invested in. There's a lot of development for side characters as well, like Kate's older brother, people that they've worked with in the 80s, professors, co-workers, mothers, fathers. There's a lot of people in here, and I feel like some characters have, you know, a strong part in here. Some characters are just there and you really don't get fully understand them. They focus on the right characters and the right storylines rather than giving a lot of other characters more moments, because they're just part of the series and they don't have the most to do in the series and aren't fully involved in Tully and Kate's life. Like I said, this series is very long. It took me a little bit to get through. I honestly think they could have shaved off a little bit. Towards the middle half of the series, it started to feel a little bit repetitive with the things that Tully and Kate were going through, the roadblocks in their relationship, things that they were working on personally and individually. It seemed to get a little bit repetitive. It felt like certain moments in their life they were just adding in to make this a longer series for people to binge, and I binged it all. But I feel like there was moments that really could have been shaved off to shorten the overall series. I think 8 episodes would have been fine. I honestly could probably pick a couple moments here and there that honestly, if they just took out and I rewatched it, I think I would have got the same effect as watching it the first time. That's another problem, is that it's really long, but I was fully invested in their story, their lives, their relationship, and it does leave on a cliffhanger because of the way that it does bounce back and forth. It does end in 2003, kind of towards the end of 2003, and something happens between Tully and Kate that you don't know because they skipped over it because of that structure going back and forth. Throughout the series, I think starting with the second episode, they were hinting at something that was going to be at the end of the series. So we got a little bit of it kind of throughout the series, and we really didn't know what it was about. And then we got that at the end of the last episode, but it still ended on a cliffhanger. So we were kind of hinting at something throughout the 10 episodes. I mean, we still fully don't know what is going on between Tully and Kate at the end. So yes, I would like to see a season 2 just because I want to know what happens between them two, and I still want to see everything with their lives. I like Sarah Chalke and Katherine Heigl in here. They're really good. There are some emotional moments for both of these characters and personal moments, and they handled those moments very well. The acting is really good from them. There's a lot of crying, there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of happy moments. It just kind of has it all. It's your typical soapy drama series that works well, but overall the structure really takes away from certain moments, and it's really long too. They could have just shaved off some moments, and I think it would have been fine. But overall, Firefly Lane is really good. It's not kind of my overall series. Like, I'm not drawn to these kind of soapy dramas, but overall I did enjoy it. So if you have read the book, because it is based on a book, and you like the book, I think that you probably will end up liking this series. I'm gonna go ahead and give Firefly Lane a B. Thank you guys for checking my review for Firefly Lane. Have you guys seen the new Netflix series? What do you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below, and stay tuned for more up and coming videos. My name is Just Watches Movies, and you guys stay classy, YouTube.